On this Hallows Eve, the chosen portal has opened, and I, from the 49,620 AS dimension, has emerged. And I will be taking over late night thoughts from Pearl. Is what I would say if I actually did have my costume, but you know. Happy Halloween, you cock and balls! Last video, links in the description. Let's jump straight into this. Some names are just perfect, and here are some examples. Madeline Rose, Elizabeth Ann, McKenna Grace, Mary Grace. I like names that are like da 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 da, or da 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 da, or da 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 da. Some names, like, they go together really good. And let's use Madeline Rose. Maddie Rose just sounds like da name. It just sounds really good when you say it, and also the syllables in the name are just completely in line with each other, if you get what I mean. I watch movies in two very specific ways. The first way I watch is I have to be in a very specific mood to watch it. The second way I watch is when I watch one movie, I then have to continue watching other movies, or else I will just completely lose steam and then I'll just completely stop. Now, let's break this down one by one. The first way, I can't just pull up a movie and just watch it, because I'm really weird about it for some reason. I'll watch a movie like during Christmas time, because for me it just makes sense to watch like a Christmas movie during that time. Now for the second one, when this year started, I watched Sinners first, and then a bunch of other movies came out after Sinners, and I just went to the movie theater consistently for months. After the last movie I watched, I've just now been in a slump, and I can't get back into it, because I was gonna watch The Long Walk that literally just came out like, what, last month? And then Him also came out. The Gen Z Millennial War is one of the stupidest shit I've ever seen on social media, because we all know Gen Alpha is the worst, and that is just a fact. I fucking hate Gen Alpha so goddamn much, and I also hate young Gen Z. I'm old Gen Z, but really, in a sense, I consider myself a Zillennial, which is in between a millennial and Gen Z. But I just want to make this very clear. Gen Z is not one entire generation. It is two generations in one. Old Gen Z, me, and then young Gen Z, whatever the hell their age is in high school. Because I grew up exactly knowing what millennials have also grown up with. I know what silly bands are. I grew up with old YouTube and old internet. I know what Y8 and Miniclip is. I have a grandfathered Roblox account. That's how old I am. Now, I gotta shout out my favorite streamer, YouTuber of all time, Trap Celeb. He is by far my favorite person of all time. I highly recommend you to go watch any of his streams or any of the clips that he has up. Trap Celeb and Drewski carries every single soundbite on TikTok on their backs. He is by far the funniest person ever, and even though I'm not really that into like watching streams, I generally will sit down and watch one of his streams. I salute to you, Trap Celeb. You're a G. You're a real G, for real. Wingstop is a front for the mafia. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. This is again from last year. There's this trend on TikTok where you put the song Someone New by Hosier on a song and basically mess around with strangers. Basically, the line is dance with someone new or dance with whatever. It's like a dancing line or whatever. I'll put it right here. I think it's one of the most lamest TikTok trends. I barely would even call it a trend, because I only saw like a handful of people doing the trend anyways. But anyways, because you can join random conversations or just have fun with random people if you commit to the bit. And that's the full on truth. You don't need to film yourself dancing with strangers or joining a random conversation that a stranger is having. Literally, if you commit to the bit and get over the hump of it being kind of awkward, even though I don't believe things are awkward, but things can be weird, you can do literally anything with random people in public. This trend is just people to give themselves an excuse to be weird with strangers. SpongeBob really was a middle-aged man pulling every single shenanigan known to man, and it makes me think that I'm not messing around and pulling shenanigans enough. I can't remember what episode of SpongeBob it was, but he actually showed his driver's license, and on the date, it gave a year, I think it was like 1985 or I don't know. The year started with 19 and then the month and the day was all X'd out. And someone on Twitter pointed out, if you really think about it, SpongeBob is straight up a middle-aged guy, like 45 or something, working as a fry cook and basically pulling every single bullshit prank and shenanigan with random people on the daily. And that kind of very slightly ties into the someone new soundbite trend. Because if you really commit yourself, I'm pretty sure, regardless of what age you are, you can pull shenanigans and pranks at age 85. Pranks and shenanigans don't have an age limit. And I find that very, very fascinating. There's something so fascinating about the trope of right person, wrong time that has me in a chokehold, and I don't even like romance movies. I fully believe that I wrote this around the time Arcane Season 2 came out, because in Season 2, Episode 7, it showed alternative timeline where Vi dies in the in Jace's apartment explosion that happened in Season 1, but powder/drinks, she hasn't gotten like full drinks yet. So Echo basically wakes up and he essentially lives an alternative timeline version of himself, basically living in heaven. But he fully understands that he cannot be in that time because he knows that he has to go back and fix everything. And essentially, there's a Reddit post saying Echo gave up heaven to go back to hell. I think it was along that title, but I'll just link it. But anyways, there's a bunch of other movies and TV shows that play exactly into this trope, and I desperately am in love with it because it's such a fascinating way to view romance, in my opinion, because of the idea of it wasn't meant to be now, but it definitely is meant to be in other universes. And it gives me the sense of, if parallel universes were real, my parallel self is probably in a relationship now, and that's such a fascinating thing to think about it. But anyways, when I start getting to know someone, I try not to ask what their social media is. Instead, I will ask for their Spotify, because in a sense, I really like knowing what kind of music people are listening to rather than what they're posting about. I could give a rat's ass about what people post about on like Instagram or whatever, because my music taste is essentially me stalking other people's playlists and basically adding songs they like onto my playlist and then finding music that way. Because I listen to music a lot, and I think it's much better if I know what they're listening to rather than what they're doing in their regular like social life or whatever. Toll House cookies, you know, the ones from Walmart, the sugar cookie with the frosting on top, are really, really good. And if anyone denies it, they're lying to themselves. And that's a fucking fact. Those sugar cookies from Walmart or Target or any kind of like cookie from any kind of store is really, really good. If you don't have a goddamn bitch whispering in your ear that they're not. Argue with a wall. I've always wanted to join a pickup basketball group, but my gym decided to make smart financial decisions and rip out the basketball court and put in a pickleball court. So instead of pickup basketball, I'm pickling. You would go into the gym and then all the way to the right would be this really big basketball court, and a bunch of people would like go in, play basketball, and like even the kids center at my gym would use that area to like host activities and stuff like that. At the beginning of January of last year, my gym thought it was cute to take out the entire basketball court and basically putting in a pickleball court. So I'm from the DMV, and pickleball is one of the biggest sports that is going on right now in the DMV. I think it's because people can really like renovate their backyards to be really flat, and then you can put in a pickleball court, but it's really, really popular among old people. Ever since then, people just play pickleball now, and I've also played like 1 or 2 sessions of pickleball, but after January of last year, I just completely stopped playing pickleball for some reason, but I'm trying to pick it back up now. But going back to pickup, I've always wanted to join it, but I don't understand how pickup basketball works. I'll link the TikTok video of the woman who also had the same question that I have about pickup, so just go watch that. But anyways, 3-on-3 Freestyle is a better basketball game than any NBA 2K insert number here. Argue with a wall. All conspiracy theories are fucking stupid and discredit science science. And to take it further, they're all harmful. You know exactly the ones I'm talking about. QAnon, flat earth, climate denying, you can go on. That being said, Bigfoot, the abominable snowman slash Yeti, Loch Ness Monster, Jersey Devil, and anything that involves West Virginia are the most realistic theories. And when I say realistic, I mean the most entertaining. Yes, I am talking about Cryptid Island from Pop Tropica. Those specific mythology creatures has me in a goddamn chokehold because they are one of the coolest mythology creatures that we have to this day. Ah, yes. Leading straight into Pop Tropica was the fucking goat back in the day. And so was old school Roblox, but not now. And that's on God. Skullduggery Island, Spy Island, Counterfeit Island, Cryptid Island, Game Show Island, all of those islands was the creme de la creme of desktop gaming back then. Straight up. And even the trailers for the islands on Pop Tropica's own YouTube channel, I could go on for fucking hours talking about Pop Tropica. I'm going to link the entire Pop Tropica Island playlist trailers in the description below. Just completely disregard this video. Go watch all of them right now, especially the Game Show Island trailer. The music, the cinematic. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kids nowadays will never ever get that feeling of Pop Tropica in its goddamn heyday. They were the Louis Vuitton, the Chanel of gaming. And that also goes for old school Roblox. Roblox now was nothing like old Roblox back in the day. And Roblox back then was fire. Even though it was the most pay-to-play goddamn bullshit you will ever see. And like I said, I have a grandfathered Roblox account, and that's being for real. I can't remember it because I created my own Roblox account now, but back then, Roblox was still like creme de la creme of online gaming. And I can literally go on forever. And in fact, in the same breath, let me also mention YA mini clip Girls Go game, OMG Pop, they carried gaming back then. And here's a history fact for you. You know that game Draw Something was an OMG Pop classic. That was the best gaming you could ever get back then. Besides like Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox gaming. And let me also mention Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon games. Oh, Wizard 101 was like kids MMO, but like I don't think you could ever have kids MMO games now because it would be really fucking dangerous because like there are pedophiles fucking all over Roblox. So, but yeah, I could honestly make an entirely separate video online gaming back then, and I probably will. That's called foreshadowing, by the ways. Minecraft updates ruined the game for me and made it unfun, boring, and more complicated than it needed to be. However, it should have added new mobs and just kept the biomes exactly as they were. So the last time I actively played Minecraft was back in 2020 when I first started my freshman year of college. That was when netherite was added. I dug for hours on end. Hours. Strip mining for netherite. And I could never find it. I got so goddamn frustrated that I just completely gave up Minecraft. And even now, I think the newest Minecraft live show aired not that long ago, and they added even more stuff. At that point, I realized Minecraft is not the same game as it was when I was growing up. Because I played Minecraft exclusively on my Xbox until I bought it for myself on my MacBook, and then I played. But in 2020, that's when I completely uninstalled it from my MacBook. I'm a strong believer that they should have just improved the game overall, like having your torch actually in your left hand while you mine in the right one. Because people started creating mods just to add that feature in, and they still haven't added that feature in. And it's really disappointing because I loved Minecraft. It was one of the best games, but now I don't understand how to play it anymore. And it's frustrating, but I know you can play old updates, but it kind of lost its steam for me, unfortunately. Before I start this one, let me just preface, this is my opinion. You're allowed to have your opinions, I'm allowed to have mine. Wanting to live in a house is a very stupid concept, especially if you're single. What is the point in it, and what am I gonna do with 50 rooms in a house? I completely understand not wanting to pay rent. Nobody wants to pay rent, like that sucks. It has what, 5 rooms? What am I gonna do with all that? It's just gonna be empty space for nothing. So what? So I can just put put more shit in it? No! I would rather just live in an apartment or live in a condo for the rest of my life. All I need is a living room, a kitchen, and like a bedroom to shoot my videos in. That's it. I'm not gonna date anyone, let alone get married, or God forbid, have goddamn children. Especially for the lifestyle that I want. So what's the point on living in a house? It just makes no sense to me. All fandoms are really fucking stupid. And especially Swifties, who pick fights with Bayhives, that's what the Beyonce fandom calls themselves, and basically talking shit about other artists. Taylor Swift and Beyonce have taken numerous photos with each other, and Beyonce likes Taylor, so it's really stupid that the fandom keep fighting each other. And by the way, I just wanted to preface, I'm a Taylor Swift fan, and I also really enjoy Beyonce's music, but you can also tie that into the idea of the media will constantly pit women against each other, constantly make it look like they're fighting even though they really aren't, and there's no reason to be. I never really understood the fandom culture of wanting to pick a fight with another artist's fandom if the artists themselves aren't even fighting. But their fandom needs to understand and get that fact through their fucking head that the media is telling them to do that. But anyways, that's besides the point. Sabrina Carpenter is the only American artist that makes music that I know of like a K-pop star. If you ever listen to Good Graces by Sabrina Carpenter, it straight up sounds like an American version of a K-pop song. I'm gonna link this song below so you can give it a listen and make your own opinion. Someone else has also written a post about this on Reddit, and there's an entire list of K-pop songs that sound exactly like Good Graces by Sabrina Carpenter. I'll link all of this in the description below, but I think it's very, very fascinating that Sabrina Carpenter can make music like a K-pop star, and I wonder if it's because of her producers or her mixers. But anyways, yeah, I really like Good Graces, by the way. I think it's like one of the best songs from that album. But anyways, whenever I wear lipstick or lip gloss or really anything on my mouth, I'm fully convinced I'm eating it. I don't care if it's smudge proof, and this has been a fear since when I was little. I went to multiple weddings growing up. At my aunt's wedding, I wore lipstick for the first time, and I think this was before smudge proof or resistant proof lipstick came out. I felt like I was straight up wiping my finger across my lips and just straight up eating it whenever I ate food, and it was the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life. I cannot wear lipstick, let alone Vaseline or lip gloss or chapstick or any kind of thing that you can put on your mouth because of this goddamn sensations I feel. I don't give a shit if my lips are goddamn chapped or falling apart. I will never wear chapstick. You will never catch me wearing lipstick, which leads into my next point. I am so vehemently against wearing makeup. It feels so goddamn cakey on my face whenever I wear it. You're never gonna catch me wearing makeup unless I have a goddamn good ass reason to wearing it, or another, which is none. I cannot wear blush or foundation or whatever bullshit thing that women are wearing because it feels so goddamn cakey on my face. I think it's because I'm just doing it wrong, or whoever has done makeup on my face is just doing it wrong, and at this point I feel like I will never go out of my way to wear makeup or anything on my lips. You know, rappers on TikTok, and really you can insert any famous artist that has a TikTok page that has viral sound clips. Do you think that at any point they ever just click on their sound bites and see what videos use them? Do you think any artist or any rapper will ever look at their sound bites and think, what the f are these edits for? I feel like I've definitely talked about this before, but if I haven't, you know what edits are, and you know that a lot of edits use really popular songs or really good rap music to basically match cut like what the motion is going on and the sound. I wonder if any rapper or any artist ever watches those edits of their own music, random TV shows or like random movies, and just think, what the hell are these for? But anyways, I have an irrational fear of jump ropes, meaning whenever I get close to someone jump roping, I feel like they're going to let it go and have it hit me. There's a very specific reason of why I have this fear, because when I go to my gym, we have an open floor concept where you can put down mats, you can use ab rollers, or you can do any kind of workout on that floor. And also, our gym will give you, if you ask, a jump rope. And there's this dude that boxes, but that doesn't matter. This dude always jump ropes. Every single time I'm near this guy, I feel like I'm going to get hit by the jump rope because I'm so preoccupied looking at my phone that I will not see where I'm going. If this was the guy jump roping, this is essentially me. He is jump roping and this is me. And I have an irrational fear that one day I'm gonna walk so close to him that he's just gonna whip me across my face with the jump from Pearl. It's so goddamn irrational, I don't even know where this came from. That has been another late night thoughts on Halloween. But anyways, the last 2 videos of the month is coming up, so watch out for that. But yeah. Thank God that frickin' loser is finally out of the picture. That loser that you saw making this video is a psyop from the US government. And we all know that the US government is a fucking hellscape. On this Hallows night, I have stepped out to accomplish my mission of taking down the US government and replacing them with me. As Pearl mentioned, we hope you enjoy the videos on this channel, including this one. If you want to see previous videos that the psyop has posted, make sure you click on the link up there. The last 2 videos before the premiere of Fallout Season 2, and we all know that Fallout is the supreme game, is coming. So make sure you watch for that on this channel with the real Pearl. Hope you enjoy the video with the psyop. And remember, I'm always watching.